Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win.
Now Burrow loses the football, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, they're going to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with 4 touchdowns over 91 injuries. That includes Tony Dorsett and Razor Bruce. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on to play, and that'll make it second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. But they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13. It sets him up 1st and goal. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Booth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Past midfield instead of 40 before being taken down. Big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
And they needed to play this year. He's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Vikings at 9-6 now. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Cook again, and that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Booth. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Joseph's got it, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they were able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Burrow on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Hernandez.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow going to keep it running right. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Brian Asamoah able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 2nd and goal. Burrow over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Bengals 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Boom. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game.
Here we go.
You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Hernandez. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Burrow looking to pass. Wide open receiver complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big 32-yard play on third. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to keep this again.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now Burrow. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Burrow going to keep it running right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running over here, and they'll stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Boom. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 3rd down. Booth. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Booth. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Cook.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. They'll go with a keeper. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down. But defensively, that's a nice stop there on third down here in the fourth quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Joseph is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Burrow. A man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was unable to complete it there. And just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 12. That's good completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves. Because now, you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes. But you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Boom. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they take a knee. So the final seconds have tipped away in this Minnesota victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to put your shot out for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. The dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pretty to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1 game left to go.